Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a girl named Rama. Rama was the most beautiful girl in the village. Her skin was soft, her eyes shone like stars, and her smile could illuminate the darkest night. Everyone admired her beauty. Rama had many friends, but they were mainly girls. The boys and men of the village thought that Rama was too beautiful for them. They thought she was destined for kings, princes, and very rich people. They were afraid to talk to her because they thought they could not take care of her. Thus, Rama, with all his friends in the village, walked around and talked every day in the village square where Rama's house was located. She said, "Look, Rama, so beautiful and gracious. She is surely destined for great things." And Rama smiled and continued his day, unaware of the influence that her beauty had on everyone around her. Everyone loved Rama, really. They thought that, perhaps, one day she could become the queen of their village because she was simply beautiful. What they did not know was that Rama had a secret that everyone in the village would not like. But for the moment, they all admired him, thinking how bright his future would be, perhaps with a prince or a very rich man from another country. In the village where Rama lived, everyone was happy and friendly. But one day, things began to change because of a secret that Rama kept. It began one sunny day, similar to any other day, but what happened changed many lives. Rama had a friend named Tiana, a girl with a kind heart and a sweet smile. Tiana was about to get married, and her joy was like a bright light in the village. She had found love with a man who adored her, and their marriage was the subject of conversation in the village. But Rama, for reasons she did not even understand, was jealous of Tiana and wanted Tiana's fiancé for herself. One evening, under the pretext of helping Tiana with the wedding preparations, Rama met Tiana's fiancé alone. With sweet words like honey and an innocent look like dawn, Rama murmured and laughed until the poor man forgot his promises, fell in love, and slept with her. The betrayal was complete, and Tiana's fiancés broke like a twig under the foot. When Tiana discovered, her heart broke into 1,000 pieces. The wedding was cancelled, and sadness replaced joy in her heart. Rama's actions shocked the village, but it was only the beginning. Because Rama did not stop there. Like a shadow in the night, she did the same thing with another friend, then another. Each time, she smiled and charmed the little friends or fiancés of her friends, and soon her men forgot their promises to her friends and cheated with Rama. The village began to murmur about Rama. The women, who were his friends, became very careful around her. She did not want their hearts and their homes to be broken too. The villagers were hurt by Rama's actions. They felt betrayed because she was their friend, and friends are supposed to help, not hurt. The confidence he had in Rama began to disappear like stars fading at dawn. Smiles turned into frowns when people talked about Rama, not because she was no longer beautiful or charming, but because her beauty was hiding something not very pleasant. The village, once full of laughter and confidence, began to feel sad and suspicious. Rama's glare was still there, but it now reminded people of the tears caused by his actions. Thus, the village changed because of a secret that Rama kept and repeated nonstop. Over the days and weeks, more and more whispers followed Rama wherever she went. She had caused not one, but several broken fiancés with her charming smile and her bewitching dresses. The village was no longer as cheerful, and the big tree could no longer hear so much laughter. One sunny afternoon, the villagers' elders summoned Rama to the center of the village. They were wise, with benevolent faces and voices that seemed to tell old, important stories. They asked Rama to sit with them and listen attentively. The eldest of the elders, a wise man with a soft voice but firm words, spoke first. "We cannot let our village disintegrate," he said. "Rama was like a flower in our village, beautiful and brilliant. But unlike a flower, she brought thorns to the hearts of her friends. She used her charm to deceive, break the bonds of trust and love. This cannot continue." The other elders nodded. They all agreed that something had to be done to restore peace and trust among the villagers. After long discussion and reflection, they made a difficult decision. They decided that Rama had to leave the village. It was the most difficult decision he had ever made, but He believed it was necessary to heal the village's heart. They called Rama closer to the big mango tree. The village was silent. Everyone knew it was a serious moment. Rama came, radiant as always, but his eyes showed a point of concern. The chief of the elders told him of their decision. Rama, you must leave the village. Your actions have broken many hearts and disturb our peace. You must leave and learn the importance of friendship and trust. Rama's voice was weak when she spoke. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I just wanted to. But his words were extinguished under the gaze of the elders and the injured eyes of his friends in the crowd. The chief of the elders continued. Our decision is made. For the peace of the village, and to give a chance of healing to those you have injured, you must leave. You must find a new place to call home, where you may be able to start from scratch and learn in a better way. Rama was banished with only a small package of his belongings. She left the village. No one came to say goodbye. No tears were shed for her departure. The village felt lighter without her, even if Rama's heart became heavier with each step she took. Rama traveled for days. She walked for many hours, crossing hills and crossing streams, until she reached a new village, far from her old one, where no one knew her name or past. This village was bigger, with more trees and houses with colorful doors. It was a new start, and Rama hoped to be happier here. As soon as she arrived, people noticed her. Her beauty made the villagers stop and murmur, wow, just like at home. Soon, she made new friends, especially among the women who admired her beautiful clothes and the stories she told of her old village. Her new friends welcomed Rama with open arms. She did not know the sadness she had left behind her, and Rama felt that it was a chance to become the person the elders of the village hoped she would become. Women were attracted to her, not only because of her beauty, but also because of her willingness to listen and her urge to help. Whether to help cook or take care of children, Rama was there, trying to prove that she deserved their friendship and trust. However, as in her previous village, men kept their distance. They also thought she was too special, destined only for someone very, very rich or important. Every time Rama passed by, he said, she surely belongs to a world of wealth that we cannot offer. They murmured to each other that she was destined for a more glamorous life than what their humble village could provide. Rama's heart tightened a little every day. She wanted to be appreciated for what she was, not just for her appearance. She lacked easy friendship and the days under the big tree in her old village. Although she tried to integrate, part of her felt like the same old Rama, just in a different place. Would this new village really be a new start for her, or was it just another place where she would end up showing her true colors? Rama wondered if she could really change, or if the beauty that made her popular made it so difficult for her to be truly understood. As the seasons passed, the village changed, just like the color of the leaves and the rhythm of life. Rama, now a familiar face among the villagers, found a special friend in the person of Tara. Tara was like spring itself, full of life and laughter, with a kindness that reminded Rama of the happiest moments of her past. Tara welcomed Rama into her life, sharing her house, her family, and her dreams. One sunny afternoon, Tara introduced Rama to Hakim, her fiancé. Hakim was a handsome man, known in the village for his strength and kindness. He walked the fields with a smile and treated everyone with respect. When Rama met Hakim, there was an undeniable spark, a connection that went beyond just friendship. Hakim's eyes told stories that Rama wanted to be part of. They began to meet in secret, just as Rama had done with Tiana's fiancé. Over time, Rama and Hakim began to see each other more often. They laughed together, shared secrets, and appreciated each other's company a lot. Rama knew she shouldn't, but she couldn't help loving Hakim more than a simple friend. Soon, the villagers began to whisper. They noticed that Hakim didn't spend as much time with Tara and that he was often seen with Rama. Tara felt very sad and hurt when she heard the rumors. She asked Hakim about it, and with a heavy heart, he told her that he had fallen in love with Rama. Tara was devastated, feeling betrayed, especially by Rama, who was supposed to be her friend. Instead of confronting them, Tara turned to her mother for comfort. She told her everything and how upset she was. Tara's mother listened carefully. She knew the world well and told Tara that sometimes it is better to find inner peace than to fight. Tara took this advice to heart. She decided to focus on her own healing instead of arguing, hoping that peace would help her feel better. During this time, Rama was happy but also felt guilty. She was happy to be with Hakim, but she knew that her happiness had caused a lot of pain to Tara, her friend. This made Rama very confused. Every day was a struggle between enjoying her time with Hakim and feeling sad for hurting Tara. Rama thought about all this. She wondered if being with Hakim was worth losing her friendship with Tara and maybe others in her new home. This concern made her wonder if her new relationship was really the right one, knowing how much it had already cost her. As Rama and Hakim continued to be together, Tara's sadness flared up in the background, reminding them of the friendships and promises that had been broken along the way. They both had to seriously think about whether their love was worth the trouble it caused and what it meant for their future happiness. The breakup caused a lot of sadness in the village. Tara, who was always so happy, now seemed sad all the time. People who had been happy to see Rama become part of their community now saw her differently. They were disappointed and upset by what had happened. Rama felt torn between being happy with Hakim and feeling guilty for hurting Tara. She realized that she had made a big mistake and wondered if she was destined to continue making the same mistakes. She felt really sorry for hurting Tara and knew that happiness with Hakim came with a lot of pain for her friend. This new betrayal brought back all the bad decisions of her past, making Rama feel the weight of regret. The village, which had been a place of new beginnings, now seemed filled with old sorrows. Rama stood at a crossroads, caught between happiness and regret, and hoped to find a way to fix things and find true peace. Meanwhile, filled with love for each other, Rama and Hakim began to dream of their life together. They decided to get married, feeling happy but also a little scared by the way they had found each other. Rama thought it was important for Hakim to know his origins, so she planned to take him to his old village. She suggested to Hakim, "I think we should visit my native village. I want you to meet my parents and the elders. I want them to know that they made a mistake by chasing a beauty like me out of the village." Hakim, blinded by his love for Rama, bowed his head, understanding the importance of this step for Rama. "I will stay by your side whatever happens. You have always been a good girl," he assured her by shaking her hand. They went to Rama's old village to announce their marriage proposal to everyone. It was not a simple visit, it was a great event for Rama. She wanted to fix things in her past, hoping that showing how much she had changed and introduced Hakim would help heal the old wounds. Upon their arrival, the elders of the village and Rama's parents had mixed feelings. They remembered the problems Rama had caused before, but they also saw that she seemed really sorry and that she really loved Hakim. Rama's parents were delighted to see their daughter. "Look at you, all adult and radiant with love," exclaimed his mother in a strong kiss. His father, observing how Hakim looked at Rama with a deep affection, felt reassured. "You bring happiness to our daughter. That's all we've always wanted," he said to Hakim. The elders of the village gathered to meet Hakim too. They remembered the young Rama, but they also saw the woman she had become. An old man, his voice thickened with emotion, said, "You have returned with sincerity and maturity. We see your true growth, Rama." Another added, "This union you present to us today speaks of redemption and second chance." Hakim, deeply moved by the whole experience, felt his love and respect for Rama to deepen. "Today I saw the strength of your mind, Rama. Let's build our future with this blessing," he said as they began their return. Leaving the village, Rama looked at the houses that were collapsing, her eyes filled with tears of happiness. For the first time in a long time, she felt true peace. "We have a beautiful future ahead of us. Hakim, I feel it," she said, his hand firmly in hers as he returned home to continue the preparations for their wedding, now more impatient than ever to celebrate their love surrounded by those who mattered most. The long-awaited day had finally arrived, and it was as beautiful as Rama had imagined. The air was sweet with the scent of flowers, and traditional songs filled the air. The guests of the villages of Rama and Hakim had gathered under a canopy decorated with colored fabrics. The tables overflowed with delicious dishes, and everyone was in a good mood, ready to celebrate the union of Rama and Hakim. Rama was holding on to her dress of a fluid bride who shone at every step she took. Hakim, dressed just as elegantly, proudly stood by his side, his eyes shining with love. Their friends and family were smiling and enjoying the party and the experience of happy moments. The ceremony was filled with excitement as Rama and Hakim looked at each other, ready to exchange their wishes. The village chief began to speak, his voice spreading warmth through the crowd. Everything was perfect until the moment when Rama and Hakim were to be united. Suddenly, Rama screamed and fled, creating chaos at their wedding. Without warning, Rama's joyful expression turned into confusion. A piercing cry crossed the music and she turned her head while murmuring words that no one could understand. The sudden crisis shocked everyone in silence. Rama's behavior became more and more strange every second. She pushed Hakim back and back, her eyes scurrying wildly around her as if she was seeing things that were not there. The guests of the wedding remained frozen, uncertain of how to react to this dramatic passage from joy to chaos. Hakim rushed to Rama's side, trying to calm her down, but nothing he said seemed to help her. Her screams only made her stronger and her movements more desperate, as if she was fighting against invisible forces. The dreamy joy of their wedding day was quickly eclipsed by confusion and fear. Then someone shouted, "Rama is crazy." As the confusion dissipated slightly, some members of the family and close friends slowly caught up with Rama and took him to a quieter place to calm her down. The festive day had darkened, and the elders of the village quickly gathered to discuss the rest of the events. The inhabitants of Rama's village wondered what she had done to deserve this. They thought she had changed, but now they were confused. The people of Hakim's village did not know what to think. They were shocked and frightened by what they saw. Faced with the urgency of the situation, the healer of the village was called to help. Known for his experience in spiritual affairs, he approached Rama with a serene calm. He murmured ancient prayers and used soothing herbs to try to calm her down. The guests anxiously watched the healer, their hearts heavy with worry. Slowly, Rama began to calm down, his frenetic breathing relaxing and the wild look in his eyes softening in tears of fear and confusion. In a quiet room, away from the worried looks, Rama sat down with the healer of the village next to her. She was now calmer, but still very shaken. Hakim stood by her side, holding her hand, looking worried, trying to understand everything that had happened during their wedding. The healer, an old man with wise eyes, gently encouraged Rama to speak. "Child, let go of what weighs on your heart. Tell the truth. Tell us everything you have done so that you can be free," he told her gently, his voice being a comforting force in the dark room. With Hakim and a few family members around her, Rama took a deep breath. Her voice trembled when she began to tell her story, tears in her eyes. "When I arrived for the first time in the village of Tara," she said, "I was fleeing my past. Tara's mother, who was a goddess of the respected river, welcomed me. She knew all the bad things I had done and asked me to promise to change. She said that there would be serious consequences if I broke that promise. I promised to live honestly, but Rama's voice broke with emotion. I didn't keep that promise," she confessed in tears. Rama must have started the secret relationship with Hakim, even if she knew it would hurt Tara, who was not only his friend, but also the daughter of the goddess who had helped him. "I hadn't realized how serious my wish was," Rama seemed. "I thought I could manage my feelings and control what was happening. I was wrong." The words of the goddess were a link, not just a warning. Everyone remained silent, absorbing his words. Hakim, shocked, tried to understand all this. The healer spoke again, his voice grave. "The spirits say what they want to say, and the gods do not make simple threats," he explained. "We gave you a chance to fix things, Rama, but you chose the same old paths." He looked around him, at everyone present. "We must apologize, not only to those we have wounded here on earth, but also to those in the world of spirits." Then, there in this room, the healer led a little serious ceremony. They all prayed to the goddess of the river, asking her to forgive Rama and be merciful. They prayed for the healing of all those whose hearts had been broken because of what had happened. At the end of the prayers, Rama felt a little lighter. She knew that fixing all this would not be easy, but for the first time in a long time, she really wanted to do things right, not only for herself, but for all those she had wounded. The wedding day did not end with a party or laughter, but with deep reflections on the truth, forgiveness, and strong links between the divine and the daily world. After all that had happened, the village was calm, filled with deep reflections and a little sadness. Rama felt the weight of his actions and the magical words of the goddess of the river. It was just too much. One day, filled with guilt and afraid of what might happen next, Rama fled into the dense forest, leaving everything behind her. Her mind was all confused, and she seemed a little crazy, a clear sign of the powerful magic of the goddess. Rama's departure was like closing a stormy chapter for the village. The villagers felt a little shaken and had a lot to think about. The families would meet at her house to talk about what had happened. Friends would meet in the village square to discuss Rama and the lessons of his story. The elders of the village, who had seen a lot in their time, spoke seriously about honesty and truth. They told the youngest that it was normal to make mistakes sometimes, but that it was necessary to assume the consequences and try to fix things. An old man underlined, "Rama's story shows us how lies can spread far, taking more lives than we could think." The parents told Rama's story to their children as a warning. They wanted their children to understand the importance of promises, especially those made with deep respect. Respect the sacred, they said. When you make a promise, especially to God, it's not just words, it's a serious matter that can change your life. Some parents also added, and never take what belongs to your friends. If you do, you could end up like Rama, paying much more than what you took in return. Tara, who had suffered a lot from everything that had happened, found a new strength. Even if she felt sad to have lost a friend and almost lost her fiancé, Hakim, she learned a lot about forgiveness and the complexity of feelings. She and Hakim were trying to fix their relationship because Hakim also wanted to fix things. With time, the village began to heal from the shock and the discussions. People learned that anyone could be tempted to make bad choices, but that it was also possible for anyone to fix their mistakes. In the evening, around the fire, people shared their own stories of false steps, forgiveness, and good lessons learned during difficult times. Rama's story became a kind of sad but important tale in the village. It was a reminder that, although their village is a warm and friendly place, being honest and trustworthy, keeping its promises and respecting sacred things was super important to keep everyone united. In the end, what had happened to Rama was not only perceived as his own failure, but as something that the whole village could learn. It was a great reminder that their community was built not only on happy moments, but also on the important lessons learned when things became difficult. I hope you enjoyed this story. If so, please like the video, share it with your family and friends, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell for other happy singers like this one. Goodbye.